What's up? Welcome to the Degenerate Gamblers.
Good job with that.
Oh, thank you.
That was a good introduction.
Sounded
Not
so
bad. Hair's looking kind of sweet.
Mm.
Got a little bling going here today. Trying to recover from that parlay that didn't hit Monday night. Of course, who would have thunk that the Miami Dolphins minus 13.5 would lose the game?
Yeah.
Lost the game outright. That's any given Sunday. We talked about that. You can lose. That's why, look, 13-game parlay. We had 11 of them nailed. And Tua passed for 247, 240. I think we needed 250. And then the Dolphins didn't even win. So, I had a chance to cash out. When Waddle went over 40 in the first quarter, I had a chance to cash out like 3,300, 3,400.
It's a dangerous part of betting. There's always a chance.
Did I do it? No, I didn't.
How much would you have made?
11,900 in the subs on here, where everybody was getting 50. Everybody who signed out, everybody who follows getting 50.
We'll have more of those. So subscribe.
Yes,
We'll make you some money.
Subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna have more of these, man. Look, I had one earlier this year. And I don't even like to talk about it. I had one earlier this year. It was a $200 wager that brought back $67,000, and Oklahoma threw a touchdown against Texas to beat them. And I had the money line of Texas, and that cost me $67,000. So it happens. It happens. You can't get upset. You can just go home, put your head to a wall. There's no need for domestic violence. Leave that to the NFL. They got that covered.
Got it on lock.
Yeah, they got it on lockdown, man. Just let those D-backs just, do what they have to. And we'll move on. But look, let's start with baseball.
Yeah,
let's go baseball.
We have to start with Ohtani. $700 million, 10 years, which is, when you first hear it, it's crazy. Everyone thought $70 million every single year.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it's all deferred money. So they found this loophole that he's making $2 million for 10 years and then $68 million for the next 10 years after that. So
wait, you said $2 million for 10 years?
$2 million. And what's funny about that is they came out and said, Shohei Ohtani will be fine. He makes almost $50 million a year in endorsements.
So
he doesn't need the money. And keep in mind, this contract was his idea. He gave offers like this to multiple teams.
Yeah, because they can bring in other players now.
Exactly.
Damn.
So it's $68 million every year after that.
Because
it's going to fuck you in 10 years.
There's only two markets in this country where that would work. LA and New York.
Boston could work too.
Man, I don't know, man. Boston.
San Diego could try it.
Yeah, those not like New York, LA. New York, LA, you got billboards. You got billboards everywhere with gold watches and Teslas and whatever car they can endorse. But you're a player. I don't care if you're hockey, basketball, football. But if you play in LA and in New York City, Derek Jeter, the amount of money that dude made endorsing everything from fucking watches to car, that guy endorsed just about everything during his career.
Yeah. And so the really interesting thing about this contract is you have to take into account of inflation, and that's where we got the $700 million. So the competitive, the luxury tax, basically, the CBT, he will own the only thing on their payroll that will count for the luxury tax that they're not actually paying this year is $46 million. He wanted to break the highest AAV ever in baseball, which he did. I think it was 45 before. Now they land at 46. So it's really interesting. The Dodgers, the money that they will be paying for the next 10 years after Shohei is no longer on the team, I don't think will attribute to the luxury tax, because it will be accounted for the $46 million every single year that he plays.
That's some New York Mets shit. That's like, what's his name?
Bobby Bonilla.
That's like Bobby Bonilla, who played back in the 20s.
And he's getting paid till Ohtani is done with his signing.
Yeah, the Mets will be paying him till we're all dead.
I think the interesting thing about this, too, is also that, we're used to, people don't like it. People are not liking this. They don't think it should be legal. They're having problems with it. But this makes me like Ohtani even more because it was his idea.
Unselfish.
He wants to get more people. He wants to win.
Yeah.
He wants to get more people on his team, and he wants a bigger payroll. Well, he doesn't take any money from it. It's going to be interesting.
And he's not going to pitch.
Yeah,
he's not pitching.
But he's still worth more than $46 million a year, even if he doesn't pitch this first year.
And I will say this, being a Yankee fan and, being just diehard hating everybody else.
Yeah.
This dude, I've said it last year, I don't even think he's real. I think he's AI.
Not.
I think he's artificially intelligent generated. I don't think the dude's real because
he's too good of a person. He's too good of a player.
He's the best player I've ever seen in my life. Fucking guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great hitter. He's a great fielder. He's a great pitcher. But he's also like top 10 fastest dudes in Major League. The dude does it all.
Yeah.
He's 6'3", almost 6'4". The guy's a beast.
So I think the next question is, who do they get next?
Oh, yeah, I know,
you have Blake
man.
Snell,
and they're getting someone, and I can tell
Cy Young winner not signed.
I can tell you why they're getting
Yamamoto.
someone because their odds on winning the World Series, they're a leading plus 500.
Yeah.
They're plus 500 to win the World Series next year.
That's probably the lowest I've ever seen.
The Atlanta Braves are second, way behind at plus 650. The Yankees were plus 2,000. And all of a sudden, they had a little signing the other day, and they went from plus 2,000 to plus 950, and that's still too high.
Yeah, man. It's still too high. One guy's not going to change your whole
thing. No, an outfielder is not going to change our whole entire. We first of all, we got to get a couple pitchers. We need pitchers. I don't know what we're going to do if we don't get what's his new name?
Yamamoto.
Yeah, we don't get Yamamoto.
It's either going to be. I think. The word on the street, it's going to be a bidding war between Cohen and Steinbrenner, and I am all for that. I'm very excited.
They said Cohen was over there for 2 weeks getting Asian massages, hanging out with his family.
Please.
Yeah.
I can't with that guy.
Yeah. And he's got unlimited checkbook, unlimited funds. He'll pay the guy whatever the hell he needs. I'm surprised they didn't get Ohtani.
He didn't want to be in New York. From what everybody said, he did not want – he wants a big market where they can win, but he also wants – his biggest thing, he wants a private life. He doesn't want people digging into his private life. And when you go to New York, that's all you get. Paparazzi and
he's in LA, man. I mean, it's not that much. It's more spread out.
Exactly. You go outside and you're around in New York, you're around 2 million people in 3 square blocks.
It's tough.
In LA, have rolling hills of privacy.
I walk outside of this establishment, I have at least 8 to 10 homeless people just jumping all over me.
Yeah, of course.
It is what it is, man. It's tough. It's tough being infamous in New York City.
But I think that brings us to futures betting.
Yeah. And what do you do? I'll be honest. I still like the Braves at plus 650.
I'll be honest. I never make a futures bet. I think it's always too tempting, which makes me think they're not good ideas. But there are some that I think it's good to bet maybe 3 or 4. Yeah. So last year, you're gonna bet a couple. Last year, Uncle Howie tossed a $50 bet. And I had, listen to this shit. I had Georgia to win the national championship, and I got them at like plus 1,200 preseason. I took UConn men's basketball plus 2,200 to win basketball. And those two, bottom line was $50 brought back 36 grand. My other two, I had the Boston Celtics to win the NBA championship, and they were kicking out all 8 cylinders. Until they weren't. And then I had the fucking Bruins. The Bruins had the best year in NHL history. So nobody got past the first. My 2 long shots won it. Yeah. And I just needed the 2 favorites to finish 1-1. I would have won. Neither one of them. They got both close enough to hurt you. Yeah, they got. Yeah, in Boston, I got ousted second round. The Bruins went like first round. Yeah, to the wild card Panthers. So you never know, man. You never know, And how quickly the futures can change. So the reports when Ohtani was the day before he signed, you have Twitter going deep into the rabbit holes of conspiracy theories and airplanes and which one he flies and where it's going, which I live for. I live for that shit. Show me all the plane routes. Show me everything. So he was supposedly on a plane to Toronto because that was one of the people trying to buy him. Toronto was in the hunt. And one of the biggest things too is that he wouldn't be paying a massive amount of taxes up in Canada. And that's also funny, back on his contract, wherever he moves after the 10 years are up in LA, he won't get taxed on those $68 million. He will not get California taxes. So say he
doesn't pay state tax in California?
No, he will on the $2 million he makes every year. But after 10 years, say he moves to Florida, where there's
they got to pay him in Florida or
he won't get taxed on that $68 million a year.
So you got a few states in this country. You got Texas, you got Florida, you got Nevada. And I know you
Maryland?
don't. Maybe.
No, Delaware.
Yeah, you don't pay state tax.
So he'll move. He'll live in one place for 7 months.
If he moves to Delaware, God bless him. Can you imagine living in Delaware?
No.
You ever been to Delaware?
A few times.
Yeah.
Nothing memorable.
Yeah.
But while everyone thought he was on this plane going to Toronto, within a 5-hour period, millions of dollars were bet on the Toronto Blue Jays to win the World Series next year. And it looked like a safe bet if you believe the
Ohtani, and now he's not even there.
Routes.
You know, they have a good team though. Toronto's got good players.
They have
good players.
They have power.
Guerrero's as good as they get.
Yeah.
Man. Vlad and Bichette, man, they got guys that
they've got a young team that will last them for the next 10 years.
Yeah, they do. They're solid.
AL East is always one of the toughest.
I think this year is the year we had it. Yeah, you had a couple long shots you didn't think we'd get in Arizona.
Love that.
And I think, it's about every 8-10 years you see that happen. I think next year the big boys come back into play.
Yeah.
I think you got the Yankees, the Dodgers, the big market teams come back.
I think you got a little time before the Sox come into play, but
yeah.
They need another year and a half before something happens.
Boston's screwed.
Yeah, they got everything else. They got the Bruins. They got whatever. Well,
Celtics have the team to win it all.
Yeah.
Will they? No, man. They shit themselves in the playoffs. I don't know. I like my Knicks just as well. We have problems, but I don't know. Let's go into hockey. Yeah. Let's go into hockey right now because tonight Hailey's going to the
Devils
New Jersey
Bruins game.
Devils Bruins.
Let's go.
Her boyfriend's a Bruins fan. It's not his fault. You can't blame a guy where he was born or where he grew up. You can't. He grew up in Boston.
Well, he grew up 30 minutes outside of Boston, which they all say is Boston.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
If you're born in that cesspool of Massachusetts, what are you going to do?
No.
There's nothing you can do. I have relatives from there.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. What are you going to do? A lot of them have an extra chromosome. They don't speak right. They smell a little bit. But,
I don't think even if they have a chromosome or not, they speak right.
No, it's Boston.
Yeah.
I
can't. Yeah.
It's like, come on, we got to go watch the fucking. Actually, a guy meeting in like an hour is from Boston. He's a huge Red Sox fan. But I grew up with him. I grew up with him in the same neighborhood since we were 5 years old.
So no accent.
No, he doesn't have an accent, but he loves Boston. Just the Red Sox, not the Celtics. He loves the Red Sox. But he's a lawyer, and you never know when you're going to need something.
There's like 5 bars in that city.
Yeah, I just, I don't know how you would live there.
That's why we don't.
Unless you're Irish, which I am.
I'm a little Irish.
Are you? You're a little Irish?
The skin is the Irish.
I thought you were Italian.
I'm mostly Italian. Got a little bit Irish.
Well, speaking of the beautiful lobsters, let's talk about America's favorite Italian right now. What's up with Tommy DeVito?
Got a Jersey Italian. I love it. Tommy
DeVito.
He's not a great quarterback, but we're seeing something.
4 weeks ago when he stepped on the field, I'm texting my Giants fans. And the big argument was who's worse, Zach Wilson or Tommy DeVito? Zach Wilson or Tommy DeVito? Tommy DeVito, the first time DeVito came in the game, they wouldn't let him throw.
No.
I can't remember who they're playing, but the crowd was yelling, "Let him throw."
Wasn't he a third-string quarterback at Syracuse?
No, he started at Syracuse, then he got benched.
Oh.
And he started, then he got benched, then he transferred to Illinois for like his 7th year. He's old. The guy's like a 25-year-old rookie. But my hats off. He had a good, solid year at Illinois. And here's what he doesn't do. Knock on wood. He's only played 4 games. But he doesn't try to be flashy.
He just is flashy.
He doesn't make mistakes. He throws 15, 20-yard routes, hits guys in the numbers. He's got a soft touch. He doesn't throw bullets.
When you watch these receivers, they're catching the ball here, and he's making good
passes. Man. I mean,
they are on the run catching these balls. Well, he's dropping dimes.
Dude, I love his. Yeah, and how about
Danny Dimes? How about DeVito Dimes?
Yeah, and they don't even want Danny back.
Yeah.
What's this guy going to do back? He just signed a $47 million contract with the Giants.
Have they said if he's going to be the starting quarterback?
They're saying that. Yeah, they're saying
$40 million.
you got to start him. But if this kid I mean, they have a tough schedule left. Here's what's crazy about the Giants. If they run the table and they win their next 3 or 4, whatever, I think they're 5-8 now.
He hasn't lost a game with Tommy DeVito.
That's since starting, no. But if they run the table, they have an 88% chance of making the playoffs.
That's
88%.
Stupid. That is so stupid.
Yeah, the NFC sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, but they have an 88% chance. Look, I'm on board. I love this kid. I love Tommy Cutlet's. Problem I see is it's New York. You can see his agent all good felled up. Man. Agent looks like the Godfather.
I thought it was a skit the first time I watched it. I was like, this isn't real. And then I was like, he doesn't dress like this all the time. This is just for the media. I looked him up. You look on his Instagram. This man dresses the same all the time. Yeah. You get to a point where you have to respect the pimp pinstripes. Dude.
And you know what?
The fedora.
I'm going to say this. You had Peyton Manning pissing on him, abusing him, like get it off busting on the agent. Let me tell you something. The agent, he actually played football. He only played small D1 at Marist, and supposedly he was a decent athlete, played in high school. This guy's actually done it. I respect him. I liked it. And you know what?
It's a good story.
He needs it. I hopefully this agent gets because I think this is a Jerry fucking Maguire situation. I think Tommy's his only guy right now.
Oh, of course.
If you read like his past players, like he had a punter for Minnesota 4 years ago. He had a kick returner. So I think this hopefully.
He was Pat McAfee's agent.
Was he really?
No, I'm kidding.
But this kid is solid, man. I like his agent. I like the kid. They're playing well.
So the question is, Wilson or DeVito?
Well, you know what? Zach Wilson had the best goddamn game of his career Sunday.
I think that's going to be the best he'll ever have.
I want to say Zach Wilson was AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and I think Tommy DeVito was NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Do you think he was the Player of the Week because he's normally so bad and it stuck out that he did so well? Or do you think he was actually that good?
No, they both were good. I watched both games.
Are you telling me they're better than, like, Purdy or Lamar? No.
Better than what Tua did.
Yeah, well, that's why he wasn't Player of the Week. But what I'm saying is was he Player of the Week because he's normally trash and he had an outstanding week? Or was he just actually on par with some of the best players?
I think this week they both deserved it. I mean, they both played really well. 300 plus yards, threw TDs. No, didn't turn the ball over. Zach Wilson was as good as I've ever seen him. And this was after we talked about last week on the show. This was after the rumors where he wouldn't play.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that shit? And that's where Aaron Rodgers went ballistic, saying it's garbage. He came in, he started, he kicked ass. They're going to come back this week against Miami. And the reason I wore this jersey is because I'm giving you out a free bet here. I'm giving you out a free bet. This is a moneymaker.
A bet I don't agree with.
She doesn't agree with it. She's going to be wrong.
I might be wrong.
The Jets are going into Miami Sunday. They're plus 8.5 points. Okay, if you know anything about the Jets, our defensive backfield is one of the best. Sauce Gardner and the other two. We have one of the best defensive backfields in the NFL. Yeah. We go down to Miami where Tyreek Hill, I don't know if he's going to play. He's got an ankle sprain. He's all beat up. Waddle took a smack Sunday night or Monday night. So they're going to be a little low as far as the depth chart on receivers. We have the best, defensive backfield in the business. I think we pressure Tua. We cause a turnover or two.
I like the under on this game.
Under could be solid. The Jets have played the Dolphins tough for the last 40 years. This is the one team that no matter how bad we are, we always give them a game. A lot of New Yorkers down in Miami.
Miami's very good at home, though.
Well, they also haven't beat anyone. Look at their schedule. Miami hasn't beat anyone this year.
Yeah. You're right. I don't think they beat anyone over 500.
No, man. They haven't played anyone. They haven't beat anyone. I love our chances.
Jets aren't over 500. So look at that.
No, we're a long ways. And I don't know if we'll get there, but I do think we'll cover 8.5. I do like that. I'm going to toss a little sprinkle on the money line Sunday. Yeah. So I like that. That's one of the games I'll give you. I think the Jets play the Dolphins tough this Sunday.
Any other games you like? Let's run through it. We got Thursday, Chargers Raiders. In Oakland. In Vegas.
Yeah, you got. I see that Oakland's -3.
Justin Herbert is not playing.
That's a little bit of information you need to know. Really, are you kidding me?
I like the Raiders -3.
Yeah, we got my boy right now, Fan Winter. Jets feel like dark horse. Hell yeah, we are. We are a dark horse. But you're right. We are going to beat some teams. We're not that bad. I agree with you, man. I'll tell you what. The other game.
We got Saturday games.
That's what I'm. Yeah, we got 3 Saturday games. Yeah. 3 games on Saturday.
3 slots.
You got Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. And the game I like, man. Denver is going
Broncos, Lions.
Denver's going into Detroit.
I like the Lions. You like the Broncos?
I like the Broncos +4.
I think the Broncos.
AFC versus NFC. I just think Denver. I think Denver has enough to go and get it done. Lions, I compare them very much to the Miami Dolphins. I don't think they've played a great schedule. I think they're overrated.
Still a really good defensive team, though.
Yeah, not bad. I
think the Broncos are coming off of a hot game.
I think the Lions quarterback is very below average. I don't think he's that great.
Goff?
Yeah, I don't think he's that good.
I kind of agree.
You got Denver getting 4 points. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Denver can possibly win it. You know what? I'll tell you what I'm doing right now, man. I am tossing this out there. This is crazy. Let's look it up right now. I'm going to take a money line parlay. Now, this is a long shot, baby. But I'm going to take a money line parlay, and I'm going to take the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. So the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets money line parlay. Haley's laughing. We'll see what happens.
Okay. I hope I'm wrong next week.
You know what it is? If both of those babies just win, just the Broncos and the Jets, plus 1,070. So
there's a reason why.
If I put 100 down on it, I'm getting back almost $1,100 if that thing hits. I'm going to toss a little on that. I like it. I like that money line parlay, man. What I don't like is this new facial recognition, man.
It's not new.
Well, it is on my phone. I just don't trust it, I'm going to take a picture of my ass and see if it still logs on.
Maybe if you draw eyes on the ass.
Yeah, it may.
Or just wink.
Yeah, probably. I can't even grow a mustache or a beard. I probably have more hair on my ass than I do on my upper lip, but what can you do? So we got hockey. Haley's going to see New Jersey tonight play the Bruins. That'll be a good game. Now, who's going to win that game?
Probably the Bruins.
You really think so?
No. Okay, so one thing about me, I struggle on betting on my own team. My bias is too high. So I personally, you will never see me bet on the Yankees, on the Devils.
The Devils are favored tonight.
I know, and it all makes me very nervous.
So yeah, plus you're going with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's 2 ways you can play that. I
told him when we go to games together for my teams, he's not allowed to bet either. The only thing you can bet is the over/under.
But you can either sit back and be humble and be like, good luck, best team wins. Yeah. Or you can get a couple cocktails in you and be like, Boston sucks. You bunch of incestual New England pussies. You can just rub it in and go crazy and then just pray to God your team wins.
Yeah, because then if I'm wrong, then I have to hear about it for the next, month.
Now, are you guys going to bet on it at all? You got to put a bet?
I tell him he's not allowed to bet.
Like, you guys can't put a friendly bet in?
No.
Like, okay.
Because I get too competitive and it gets too intense. I don't do it.
See, I would be like, here's the deal. If I win, you got to run around the neighborhood when it gets like 20 degrees out naked.
No, I'd make it more fun.
That's what I would do. I would do something
Because then
silly.
what? Then he gets frostbite? What do I get out of that?
I don't know. That's a good point. We got big games in hockey tonight. I mean, what's up with why are the Rangers favored to win the whole thing now?
The Rangers are playing some of the best hockey we have seen from them in a decade.
Actually, they're second. Vegas is first. But Rangers are right up there, man. The Rangers, they think they can bring the Stanley Cup home.
All right, who do you think's going to the Stanley Cup? You got any names? I got a few.
You know what? I won't say the Rangers because
I got the Rangers on my list.
Every year they'll shit themselves.
I think like deep playoff runs or, going to make it far.
What about the Minnesota Wild?
Oh, I love the Wild, but I don't see them in the playoffs.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you put futures on that?
No, I've been looking at the Wild lately.
They have one of the, not to be that girl, but they have one of the sickest uniforms. I love their jerseys.
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. What about Toronto? Toronto's always solid.
All right.
Always good.
I'll give you my list. I like the Kings. Kings are one of the best teams in the league. I like the Leafs. I like Avalanche, the Rangers, Bruins. Dallas is playing some good hockey, some Texas hockey. It's pretty good to watch. The only problem is they don't have an awesome defense because they didn't really do anything in the offseason to fix it. Their blue line's just not great, but it's starting to click. They're starting to get some chemistry back there. So
this is why we need you on the show because, Hailey, you know how old school I am? I'll look at a line on two hockey teams, and I'm still at the point in my life where I'll see, holy shit, Pittsburgh's got to go way up to Montreal tonight. There's no way they can beat Montreal because they're all Canadians. And that's all they do up in Montreal is play hockey.
Everyone on every team is Canadian.
I know, you forget that shit.
Yeah.
You
or
forget
Russian.
That. Meanwhile, you got the Anaheim Ducks playing in California. You're playing the Islanders tonight. The Islanders are favored.
Yeah, I like the Islanders. The Ducks aren't doing anything this year.
They're not
I also like the biggest team that I've won a good chunk of money on is the Oilers.
Just keep betting the Oilers.
The Oilers had a horrible start, really shitty start. Then they fired their head coach. And they brought on
remember, that's Edmonton. That's not Houston. That's not Earl Campbell with his 600-pound thighs.
No, they fired their coach a couple weeks ago, and they got Chris Knobloch. And since then, they have won 10 of their last 13, and they have an 8-winning streak. They won again last night. Wait, was it last night? What's today?
Today is Wednesday. Yeah.
Was it last night or Sunday?
Could have been.
My days are confused.
I know those days.
But
were before Wednesday.
versus Connor McDavid versus Connor Bedard. I think that was last night. Blackhawks and Oilers. That was a great game. We are creating a new rivalry. Well,
the Blackhawks,
Ovechkin and Crosby. We got two awesome young guys that are going to play each other a lot, and they're going to be a really good heart of hockey.
There's two teams that everybody hates. Well, there's three teams, and I think there are three of the originals, right? You got the Detroit Red Wings, the Boston Bruins, and the Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, those three.
The Blackhawks are horrible this year. The only thing that they have is Connor Bedard, who is carrying their team from being in a last-place team. They might be like fourth to last, but Connor Bedard is a sight to watch. If you can watch him, watch him.
He's very solid.
It's the only reason. He was the most anticipated rookie in 10 years.
And he plays attack. He's on the attack line.
Yeah, he's great, man.
How about I'm throwing in my verbiage like I know hockey? He's a midi. He's a midfielder. As long as there's no offsides, you got to watch that blue line. Watch that fucking blue line.
Yeah, defense.
Yeah, I don't know. I just show up and yell. I hope there's a fight. That's what I do.
Fighting's the best part.
I do look, live hockey is the best. Live hockey, you get wild, man.
If there's anything you want to, the only thing I would bet right now in hockey for a futures bet is the Oilers. And I'm not sure that they will actually get that far, but their odds are low. You're probably looking at like plus 1,000 maybe. I don't know. Probably like 3,000. I don't know. It's probably a lot. But they're fourth in the Pacific. They're 6 points out of a wild card spot. I think they have time to make up for their really shitty start.
Okay. All right. That's hockey.
Yeah.
That's Hailey knows hockey. That's what she does, baby.
Don't sleep on the Jets either. Last year, Jets got hot late.
Winnipeg?
Yeah, and they are hot early.
I love the Jets. I actually have a Winnipeg Jet T-shirt that my comedian buddy Dustin Chafin got me when he was performing in Winnipeg.
Oh, because Jets.
It's a cool shirt, man. They got a really cool leaf right here. I don't know.
It's a Jet.
Yeah, it's a Jet. Or was that the Maple Leafs?
Yep, that's.
I think it was the fucking Jets. So
that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was blue with the maple leaf.
Yeah, that's Toronto Maple Leafs.
No, it wasn't, though. It was, I think it was Winnipeg Jets.
Shall I show you the Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah.
Okay.
So while she's doing that, let's get in the NBA. Let's talk about the NBA because there's one game I do like tonight. And I'll throw a betting pattern that I often use, especially in the NBA. So last night, The Lakers.
I mean, I guess you could see this.
Yeah, that's my shirt.
That's not blue though. That's a jet with a red flag.
It's blue though. There's a blue thing with it. That's a maple leaf. Oh, there's a jet over the maple leaf.
This is actually pretty cool.
I got the other one.
We gotta get this.
I like these shirts. I like Winnipeg. That's got to be my team now, even though I live in New York and I tell everybody I'm a Raging fan.
Don't sleep on the Devils though.
I'm a devil. I'm a devil. So listen, tonight, NBA. Here's what we got. Last night, the Lakers went into Dallas. They went into Dallas last night, and Luka and the boys smacked the shit out of them. They beat the Lakers.
That's what he does.
Lakers have been playing great ball lately. Who knows if it was because of the tournament? They want to win a little cash. Did the Lakers
put up that flag? Did you see that? They were going to raise a flag for the tournament?
No. Oh, God. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys haven't won dick in so many years. Stop with that goofy-ass tournament. So they play tonight. The Lakers have to go back-to-back. They're going to stay in the state of Texas. They're going to go from Dallas over to San Antonio, and they're going to play our favorite rookie, Victor Wembanyama. Wemby. I don't know if I said it right. Doesn't matter. Let's just call him Wemby. He's 7'6". But tonight the Lakers got to go play San Antonio. San Antonio is not very good, but they're definitely going to be sitting. You're going to be sitting some of the big guys. LeBron's probably going to sit. I don't know if he's going to suit up. Anthony Davis. One of these guys has to guard Wemby.
Did he play last night?
Both of them did. Both of them did, yeah. They played, and they had a rough night. So here's what I like tonight, guys. This is what I like tonight. And you got to look at this. This is called a value play. Tonight you have the San Antonio Spurs playing at home against the Lakers. The Spurs are +3. Spurs are +3. I like that. But you know what I like even more? If you go to all of the bets, you go to players to get 12 plus rebounds. And when I go there, let me see, Victor Wembanyama, actually 10 plus rebounds. Victor is -320. I love that. I think he's going to have probably 8 at the half. If the Lakers sit some of their big guys against them, it's going to give them a little room to move around. They won't be as physical with him tonight. And I think he gets his 10 plus rebounds. I think the Spurs cover the 3. There's your par. Take the Spurs +3 and take Wemby over 10 rebounds tonight. I love that. That's what I like tonight.
I think he loves that.
I do, man. I think that's a solid play. You got to look, when you look at the NBA, look for teams that play back-to-back, and they always rest these guys.
I think that's one thing that always gets overlooked in sports, like on a basic level, is travel, how much time off, and location. Like if you have dome cities, NFL teams that play in a dome and then they have to go play in Buffalo.
Yeah. Or
like the Cowboys this week. They're going to play in Buffalo.
Or you take a young team like the Detroit Pistons, a lot of young guys. If they go to play in Phoenix, or they go play Minneapolis, or they go play in Charlotte, who gives a shit? When those dudes have to come play in New York, whether it's Brooklyn or New York, take a look at them, because these kids are out till 5 a.m. doing dirty shit, because we live in a dirty city. We live in a city where bad decisions just come at you all the time, and you're like, no, okay, one time.
Oh.
That's what you do. So these young kids are coming into New York. That's when you bet against them, because they're up till 5, 6 in the morning. You don't know what they got hit by, what they slept with. You don't know what happened.
What they slept with.
They're going to be a little bit loose.
So they slept with diseases.
Yeah, they're going to be tired. They're going to be exhausted. They're going to be hungover, probably still seeing triple. So you
got on those weekends when you see like a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock afternoon game on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah.
Just remember, they got in the night before.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, you talk to some of these coaches, if I get a call from a coach that says, don't expect a lot from us tonight, these kids were out just doing bad things, and you got to bet against them. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But that's the NBA, especially the NBA. You got kids in the NBA that just make bad decisions. You do in all sports, especially football.
I feel like pretty often in sports, you end up betting against a team rather than betting on a team.
Yeah, you bet against them, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
If you see a team's got problems,
Exploit that.
Yeah, they're not getting it together. They're playing like shit. It's consistent. There's all kinds of internal problems and you got to bet. Yeah, bet against them, man.
Locker room problems.
You'll see some of those teams that it gets worse and worse and worse, and you'll see a team it gets worse, and you just got to bet against them.
And then sometimes, like, I like a good angry game when a team gets blown out. A good team, they get pissed. They got to come back the next week. I love an angry game.
You see a lot of that in college too.
See a lot of that in baseball as well.
Look, while we're on it, we're going into college basketball. That's another one. If you listen to the first couple episodes, what have I been talking? I've been talking in college basketball since we started 2 weeks ago.
You gonna bring up Clemson?
Back Clemson! Listen, if you listened to this show 2.5 weeks ago, you would have taken Clemson plus 3,500 to win to go to the Final Four. They're down to like 1,400 right now. To win the ACC, I think Clemson was something like plus 1,800. Now they're like plus 500. All they're doing is just beating the shit out of everybody. They just win. They're undefeated. And I've said from the get-go, look, when it comes to college basketball, that's different than everything else. You want a team with old guys on it. And with this transfer portal, that's what you're getting. You're getting some of these teams with 22, 23, 24-year-old guys. And if you're an 18, 19-year-old kid, and you're at Duke and you are an All-American McDonald's, I don't give a shit. You gotta play like University of Massachusetts Lowell, where a kid's in his 6th or 7th year. He's gonna put you right through the fucking bleachers. He doesn't care where you're from. So this is where you find value. And college hoops right now, we're finding a lot of good value.
One of my favorite things to look up before I ever bet college, because it's not necessarily my go-to, is the average age of the starting five.
Yes, that's so important. It's so important. Great example. Tonight, you got Florida Atlantic playing Florida International. Florida Atlantic went to the Final Four last year. They just have all their guys are back. They're all back. They're minus 23.5 at home tonight. They probably win that game by 30. Okay? Here's another one. Brigham Young University, ranked 18th in the country right now. They weren't ranked preseason.
Do you think Brigham Young has the youngest team?
Youngest?
Brigham?
No, man. You're a Mormon. You got to be old. That's the whole thing. You go to Brigham Young as an 18-year-old kid. You play 1 year. Yay, good job, little Johnny.
And then they're married.
Then they send you down to fucking Central Africa or Central America or Africa. They send you there for like 2-3 years in the jungle because you got to go knock on huts and like convert people to become a Mormon.
I think that's Jehovah's Witness.
That's Brigham Young. What the fuck do you think those are? It's the same thing, man.
Are they?
Yeah, Mormons, Jehovah's.
They're the same.
It's the same thing.
Wait, but Mormons celebrate birthdays, right?
Latter-day Saints, baby. Latter-day Saints. That's that Brigham Young, Steve Young, who's related to Brigham Young, believe it or not. Yeah. So those guys,
Sports pod and a religion.
Yeah, they found that's the guy. What's his name? Found the tablets in the woods like 200 years ago.
Do you know where the tablets were in Central Park?
Were they? Well,
made of those rocks in Central Park.
That's where Jesus is really from.
And then we kicked him out.
Jesus is really from Central Park. He was a Yankee.
Jesus was a liar. His birthday wasn't even on Christmas.
I think it was.
No, I think it was like in July, but there were too many holidays around it, so they moved it to December. So it was like more be alone.
I'm glad they did because I like the snow. I like the whole gift giving stuff. It feels better. We don't get snow anymore, but no, Brigham Young. They're all. You look at that lineup. I guarantee you, they're all 23, 24-year-old dudes. I mean, some of the guys you see them when they're in the tournament. Their wives or when they're sitting there with their 7 kids. Yeah, that's what they do, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, age is definitely important when looking at college teams for sure.
Yeah, it's huge when it comes to college hoops. But, we're right in the mix right now. We're right in the middle of college basketball. I do like Brigham Young tonight. I like Brigham Young laying wood, playing at home, playing Denver, who's not bad, but they're going to spank the shit out of them. The other one you got tonight, you got Creighton playing at UNLV. UNLV is not bad. Creighton's one of the best. I love them. They're 8 in the country right now. They're laying 12.5. They probably cover that also. And I'm a big dog guy, but I don't like a lot of dogs tonight. I think probably some favorites, cover these lines. It is what it is. So we're looking at college hoops. We talked about football, talked about baseball. I feel like there's something I'm goddamn forgetting right now. And it is Holy shit.
That's handwriting?
You know what it is? We got a few bowl games coming up.
Oh,
Saturday.
we got bowl games.
Yeah. Just a couple. Just a couple bowl games on Saturday is a crazy day. And I love college football.
There's a reason why there's NFL on Saturday.
Which Saturday, you got college and NFL. I'm probably going to have a heart attack on Saturday. I'm not going to handle it. But look, we got my favorite bowl is 11 a.m. Saturday. We have the Myrtle Beach Bowl, and we have the school where I used to work at, Georgia Southern University. They are playing Ohio U, and Ohio is plus 3.5 out of the MAC. You like that MACtion? We love MACtion all year long. I think Georgia Southern covers is 3.5. I go by conferences. Georgia Southern's just got better players, better athletes, play a tougher schedule. They will smack the shit out of Ohio on Saturday for that first game coming out. I love Southern. I love the Eagles. I love it. That game's in Myrtle Beach, which is going to be a 3-hour, maybe 3.5-hour car drive from Statesboro, Georgia, where Georgia Southern is.
You got a little bus drive.
They'll travel. They'll bring fans. They will smack the piss out of Ohio. That's a 5-star play. I'm going heavy on Georgia Southern. Later in the day, you have a couple other games. The one I like Miami of Ohio playing Appalachian State out of Georgia Southern's conference. They've been rivals for decades, and I like same thing. You got a MACtion team against App State.
Who do you like?
I like App State, man. They're going to crush the shit out of Miami. The reason I love bowl week or 3 weeks, I love the bowl season, is because you're betting conferences. You're betting matchups. You're betting strength of schedule. You take a small little school like Boise State. They're playing Saturday night. They're playing UCLA, a monster team out of the Pac-12. Finally, you're the Pac-12. R.I.P. Pac-12. Boise State's going into the Pac-12 next year. UCLA's leaving. I think they're going to the ACC. So Boise State's plus 4.5. UCLA, they're going to have some guys transfer, and they're going to have some guys going to the NFL. Not a big game for UCLA. They're like, oh, great, we got to play Boise. Who gives a shit? Boise's going to be pumped. Boise's coming in there with fucking just all guns, fucking stacked, loaded. They're going to be for the W. You got to go with the underdog there. God, I love bowl season.
All right, let's
you
do
can
it.
You can make money in bowl season. I'll have all these picks up on the Discord. That thing will be out tomorrow. I'm going to have it up. We'll have it on all of the Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. We'll have a link. It's going to be easy to get on. Mm-hmm. And we're going to just start cranking. We've got so many bowl games coming up. Holy shit. I can't wait. We got games Saturday. We got games Monday, Tuesday, every damn day next week. And then Christmas comes up.
And then we get more football.
Yeah, more football. Look at 23rd. There's like 6 games on the 23rd.
Love that.
And then the 26th. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 27th. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And then, what, the 4th is when we have Michigan.
Yeah. And we have the big ones. Yes.
Bama?
Yeah.
I think that's January
We'll
4th.
get into that. Actually, the goddamn Wisconsin's playing LSU. You're going to get spanked. December 30th, we got Georgia and Florida State. Both those teams got screwed. They should be in this thing. But the actual monster games, we will have. Why is this not popping up quickly on my goddamn thing, man? No, but the lines are here. Here they are, right here. So January 1st, Alabama plays Michigan, and then that's at 5 o'clock. At 8:45, Texas plays Washington. You already know who I like.
What day's the first? Monday?
I got Alabama beating Michigan. I got Texas beating Washington. I got those 2 in the finals, Alabama, Texas, and so SEC is going to win another one, unless Texas can beat them 2 in a row.
Who knows? Maybe we'll live stream for a little during.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to.
Games.
Yes, we'll have to. Be getting naked in the bar, running around. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm excited. But that's it for the week. So we went over a lot of shit. We went over baseball, futures, hockey. We talked about the NFL, Zach, and Tommy Cutlets. Jets are going into Miami this weekend for the win. Plus 8.5, the win. I got 1,000.
I like when we argue.
I got you know what? You may be right, but I'm going to tell you this right now. If the Jets
Someone looks a little biased. He just looks biased.
I'm biased, but I think we can beat Miami, and that's 1,000. I'm giving you guys a plus $1,000 parlay, a money line deal. The Jets, and who's the other team I liked? Come on, McFly. I like the Jets and the Denver Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Denver Broncos and the Jets. That's going to be the parlay. Both of those are going to win. It's plus 1,000. You heard it here. Let's get the word out. We'll get this thing going. And that's it, man.
All of our links are going to be below.
Yeah, we're going to fire these links off.
Yeah.
And I'll be live streaming every now and then if there's a big game like we did last week. If we get a big parlay going. We did. We came close.
So close.
Fuck, we came close, man. 13-game parlay. I had 11 out of the 13. And of all things, the Dolphins just couldn't put up numbers. They couldn't. Against a shitty team like the Tennessee Titans. What are they going to do against my fucking powerhouse Jets? Coming in like gangbusters.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Go Devils.
Go Devils! All right. We're good. We're good.